Welcome back. Today I'm a little bit pressured on time, so it's Starcraft, it's not Wizardry nor Tribunal. But yeah, there was one game which I played today that actually made me want to not cast, but well, you can call whatever I do whatever you want. So yeah, this game was pretty interesting because I watch a lot of StarCraft at the professional level, yeah, like Hydra, yay, and all the others. And this game actually was pretty interesting because this game looked like Hydra versus some Korean playing ZvZ. By this I don't mean to say that I am good in any way. There will be build problems, there will be supply blocking, there will be anything. Uh, but the general gist is exactly how most of the uh, non-macro ZvZs work. So yeah, this was pretty interesting, I have to say myself. So yeah, what Ida usually does, if he's playing ZvZ, is he scouts, and based on what his opponent's doing, if the opponent's expanding, he will expand and he will attack. If the opponent is going fast pool, he will go fast pool and fast roaches. Uh, in that case, when they fight, it usually comes to micro battles. You know, if you can get one Zergling to the right position and blah blah blah. That will never happen at the bronze level. So that actually made this game possible. But as you can see, we both are keeping money pretty low, or as much as we need. But what's going to happen is exactly what I was saying. I scout him. Sooner or later, I usually scout everywhere else before hitting the opponent. And yeah, I scout he's here, and I scout the pool. Because I usually like to wait a bit. I didn't start with two hatcheries. That's the main reason. Because I really had to know what he's doing, because if he rushes me, I would probably die. I have to say today was kind of all-in day. I died to a cannon rush, I died to a zealot early rush. Bah, bad day, bad day. So yeah, I scouted early pool. I started my pool on 15, which is a bit later than he. And then, because I scouted his pool, I didn't expand. So, what's the main problem? He didn't expand, and he got two extractors. So where does this lead? Probably one base Mutas, which can't happen because I tried to. What did I try to do? Yeah, I tried to play like Hydra, you know. And if the enemy is going aggressive, one base, then you have to go aggressive. You can't just expand because you will die to rush. And if you want speed and if you want roaches, you don't need two gases, you need just one. It's very easy. But you will need minerals. So now he scouted me. I have some Zerglings. They nom his drone. And if I'm correct, he made some Zerglings as well. But he made just two. So he... that's the first big problem. He didn't know what to do. He made a very fast pool, which of course helped him get a queen faster and get the larva spawn faster. But then he started droning. And droning and making some Zerglings and pulling a drone, blah blah blah. But I was committed to attack. That was just it. I knew that I can't... that since he started the pool faster, he is able to attack me faster. And that I would need roaches to defend, because I wouldn't be able to get enough Zerglings in time. So here I take second guess. Probably a bad idea, I have to say. But it helps you if you want to get speed and roaches, which I probably did at that game. So now I have some zerglings, and probably very soon I will try to you know, just poke and get the map. Why did I send the... Oh yeah. I scouted here, I believe. It's been a while, I've played quite a few games. And I found out that he hasn't expanded yet, and he still isn't attacking me. Which means that he is trying to be aggressive without being aggressive, and he still is making drones. Which I don't think it's a great idea. He's making units just in case. Which of course can't work that well. Because he will have less units than I will have. And if I can sneak one more drone in, why not? He probably has more drones than me right now. Oh yeah, very much so. He has 8 more drones than me. It's horrible actually. But yeah, I poked in. I see he does have less zerglings, much less zerglings, but he does have a roach. Which means he started droning like crazy. He started droning like crazy after making roaches and after making zerglings. And without expanding. He's trying to play one base with one hatchery. He can't have enough larvae to support droning and army. So, yeah, his overlord just scouts me, and right about now, as you can see, about 2 minutes from now, I go for the kill. Just after a little bit of scouting, oh, it's a pro. Nah, it's overlord, yeah. Overlord sees that he's doing nothing, he hasn't expanded. Which means I have more larvae. I have worse economy, yes, but I have much bigger army right now. And I wouldn't have attacked right now, I would have waited a bit. But actually his queen provoked my overlord and I tried to save him. And zerglings devoured the queen, and then I found out he doesn't have anything. Well, he did have a little more roaches than I did, but the thing is, even if you have more roaches who are strong and who are nice, the roaches have a little bit of a problem with zerglings, because firstly I tried to focus fire him. That was a micro problem. But roaches who attack extremely slowly, when they are on auto attack mode, you know, just A and click. Yeah, they try to attack zerglings sometimes, and if you can see, zerglings attack once per 0.7 seconds with 5 damage. These guys attack once per 2 seconds with 16 damage. That is nice, but every time they try to kill a zergling, they do 16 damage. A zergling has 35 health, so he will survive the hit. He will survive 2 hits, which is quite a lot of time wasted. While those zerglings were eating the roaches, while my roaches were focus firing his. So yeah, this is what it came to. And this is exactly what should happen in an aggressive style ZvZ. Almost, yeah. So, what did I want to say by this game? Oh yeah, if you're playing ZvZ, what is really good, and this is for the bronze level players. I have to say I have no skill, I have no consistency, I have nothing. But I just like to watch pro games, so I have something to compare to. So, what you need to do, what is a very good idea to do, is firstly check if he's going to rush you. Scout him very fast, as soon as possible, because zergs have the pool very fast, and they expand very early. So that just means zergs are super easy to read for you. So scout him as fast as possible. If he hasn't expanded by the by probably 15 supply, that's or 16, which is at about 1 minute 50. So if you scout at 2 minute mark, you should be probably okay. If he hasn't expanded by the time, you know he's going for a rush or some kind of a rush. Which means you cannot expand. You cannot expand at that time. You should start. You should cut drones and start making an army, a huge army. Well, not so huge. But if you can squeeze in roaches, that's the best, because roaches are just roaches. Roaches are awesome. And yeah, if you can squeeze that in, and the enemy doesn't attack you, that just means that you are both on one base, and there isn't that big of a deal. If you overdid it with army, that just means that when he tries to expand, you can crush him, because he would have spent 300 minerals on an expansion. So, you know, you overdid it on the you overdid it with the army, and on top of that, he wasted money for an expo, which means you will probably crush it. If he doesn't expand, then you didn't overdo it with the army. That just means you will need the army. So yeah, that's about it. If both of you just expand, then just go for the macro game. That's something totally different. That's not what this game is about. But if you see him expanding and you haven't expanded yet, that just means well, that depends on when you scout him. If you scout him at some 1.5 minute mark and he hasn't expanded, and he hasn't built a pool, or the pool just started, then it means he probably will try to expand very soon, if the pool just started. So you can expand. If you don't want to expand, you can by the time you should have probably started the pool already. But if you don't want to expand, you can amass an army and then crush his expansion. Wasted money once again. As I said, this will probably work for the bronze level, because the enemy, the enemy nor you will have the micro to make something very much different happen. That will not work. So at this point and at this level, it's about making the correct decisions. So yeah, this is the short-term Zerg game. As you can see, actually my probably the first game at which in which I wasn't rushed, which ended before the 10-minute mark. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to say probably. Oh yeah, one more thing. If you watch Day 9, which you should, if you like Starcraft, why not? And if you like to play Starcraft, not just watch the replays, and you try to learn by watching Day 9, there's a huge problem with him, because he is playing at a Grandmaster level. If I remember correctly, he's about, some of his accounts are about 100 at Grandmasters. So he is used to opponents who are doing exactly stuff on time. This doesn't work in bronze, and probably it won't work in silver and higher levels, because the players can't just squeeze everything into a given time frame. So the enemies are much harder to read. Most of the scouting methods he will probably tell he says are great, they don't work at this level. So you really need to physically scout him. Scouting the front is great, but you really need to scout the expansions, unless you are going for a heavy attack since the beginning, like in this game, because you never know what he will do. You really have to see what the opponent does. So, anything more? Yeah, to summarize what we learned in this game. In ZvZ, at the lower level, you really have to know if the enemy rushes you. If you start with a pool, that's good. If you start with super early pool, and that just means you must rush him. If you don't rush him, then you have lost so much economy, and he will be in a desperate lead. You will be in a desperate situation, and he will be in a lead. So yeah, that's the big deal. If you do it just right, like if you start with a pool after you scout him starting with a pool, you have quite enough time, and you will probably have a little bit of economic advantage, because you don't need the units as fast, because you will be probably defending the first push. So yeah, really important before you decide what to do when starting the ZvZ. Scout him, and then you will see. So yeah, that was it for today. I said I was really lazy, so yeah, see you next time.